This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Free National Movement at the forefront yet again as news spread that Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama Nika Grant has resigned as leader of opposition business in the House of Assembly. On Tuesday, ZNS News spoke with the deputy leader of the party who gave his sentiments on Loretta Butler Turner and Dwayne Sand's decision to withdraw their positions during the convention, unity within the FNM, and the way forward for the party. The Free National Movement convention is now over, and many are still talking about the big surprise of Loretta Butler Turner and Dwayne Sands withdrawing their names as candidates for the leadership and deputy leadership post. Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama Peter Turnquest secured his bid as deputy leader of the party and said he too was shocked once he heard the news.
I was surprised. I did not expect that, and they have their own reasons for doing so. Certainly they were very worthy competitors, and as we've said, very valuable members of our team. We look forward to working with them as we go forward. Some of the ideas that they've put forward are very relevant and very important issues for the Bahamian people, and so certainly we'll be embracing all of that.
He says it is now time for the party to move forward and realize that this is no longer about Minnis and Butler Turner.
You know, we've had our convention, we've had our leadership contest, and Dr. Minnis has been elected elected by abstention to the position of leader. It is now vitally important that all factions of the party come together and realize that we have one common goal. We are all in this because we believe in the principles and fundamentals of the Free National Movement. And as long as we focus on that and we focus on the fact that we're doing this all for the Bahamian people, not for some Bahamians or other Bahamians, but for all Bahamian people, I think we can focus and unify around the central message of the party.
While the Free National Movement has been in the forefront recently due to its infighting, Turnquest believes the platform of the party should now be the focus. But with the general election just months away, the question is, what is next for this political party?
We recognize, as you say, that the elections are not too far away now, and we certainly want to give our candidates as good an opportunity to get out and knock on doors and introduce themselves. So we'll be getting around to that very, very shortly.
Meanwhile, controversy brewing in the newly redeveloped fruit and vegetable markets as Ministry of Agriculture officials moved in and a number of persons locked out. Joan Davis-Roll has the latest on this saga.
Certificate to say that I got a right to be here. Okay? Can this lady do that to me?
Doors were locked and eviction notices posted as officials visited the downtown fruit and vegetable market.
The Ministry of Works senior person who in charge down here to tell us unless we got fire extinguishers in our place, they close it down. I bought my fire extinguisher. My fire extinguisher is in my place. Yet this morning I come here, Ms. Gibson got please contact the office. When I went to the office, Ms. Gibson was out last week. I said to Ms. Williams, who was in charge, please let Mrs. Gibson know that I'm here paying my rent. How much do I owe? Yet today I read under my thingum, you will be closed down for arrears and no sign of arrears. So I called Darrell Miller. I need somebody to stand up for these poor people who catching hell in this place.
The decision made by officials not sitting well with this vendor, Ingrid Ferguson, who says despite her greatest efforts, she was asked to vacate the premises and was locked out.
I'm aware that my rent is not up to date. I went into the office last week when they sent the letter, said that on the 29th you must pay all of your rent. My shop was breaking in twice in the space of 3 weeks. And nobody yet reimbursed me nothing or take nothing off the rent. Everybody know that market is very slow. Not much happens in that market. And some people try their best, and I think it is wrong. I think they should take what you have and work with you.
Meanwhile, vendor Doyle Russell says he's upset and he's calling for leniency.
Yes, I'm still trying to get mines in operation. It's difficult. There's no money.
President of the local market association, Nancy Dean, says these are indeed hard economic times and she's appealing for an amicable resolution.
in a humane manner. It should be dealt with a little more considerably, such as get them in one-on-one and make an agreement that it could be paid some way along the line, and along with making them make a commitment that they would keep it current, because we must realize as individuals that it is our business and we have to do our endeavor best to keep it afloat.
Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
In other news, the crawfish season is one of the country's most anticipated. After a 5-month hiatus, the fisheries superintendent spoke with our Italia Hall about the opening of the season and the regulations regarding harvesting the delicacy.
Monday marked the official start of the 2016 crawfish season, a time that a lot of fishermen look forward to. Assistant Fisheries Superintendent Clement Campbell says he wants all fishermen to be cautious, careful, and to respect other fishermen while on the waters. Campbell reflected on some of the challenges during the closed season.
They were doing all these frivolous things like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. And we almost captured like 2 or 3 of them. A lot of close calls. But that's history, that's water under the bridge. We have to look forward now for the future and how we're going to deal with that during the closed season.
On day 1 of the season, persons in West Grand Bahama and Grand Key did well.
Seafood out of Grand Key, the CEO, Mr. Wendell Sanders, he reported some 3,500 pounds in one day. Rosie, fish house out of Grand Key, over 4,000 pounds. Then we had Ocean Resources, over 2,800 pounds, Mr. Ty Hepburn. Then we had Broadwalk Seafood in West Grand Bahama, Mr. Kirk Neely, over 7,700 pounds.
Campbell says all fishermen must continue to adhere to the rules.
You must have a compressor permit, right? You must have a certified diver with a dive card on board. And you must have communication equipment like radios and life vests and all that stuff.
And although the season is open, Campbell says there are some things that fishermen must still be mindful about.
If you see a crawfish and it has an egg-bearing crawfish, you should release it or let it go. That's one of the biggest penalties to get caught with. Egg-bearing crawfish. And the next penalty is bleaching the reef to get the crawfish to come out. The bleaching, the joy, is totally prohibited. It should only be on your boat for cleaning purposes.
The fisheries superintendent is reminding the entire community that if they are caught breaking the law, they will face the consequences. It's Talia Hall, ZNS Network News.
A Grand Bahama man hauled before the court on a murder charge this Wednesday afternoon. 23-year-old Lawrence Bethel Jr. of Martin Hill 8 Mile Walk, wearing the red shirt, was arraigned before Magistrate Debbie Ferguson in Magistrate Court Number 1. He was not required to enter a plea, and the matter was adjourned to October 10th for a preliminary inquiry. Bethel was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services until this date. Now, police say this matter is in connection with the 9th murder that occurred on the island back in May. You may recall 21-year-old Dexter Bellany was sitting in a vehicle on Frobisher Circle when he was shot multiple times about the body. He was taken to hospital by EMS personnel, where he later succumbed to his injuries. And still on news from the crime beat, 37-year-old Derek Clark of Clark Avenue, wearing the blue shirt, was also arraigned before Magistrate Debbie Ferguson in Court Number 1 on 3 counts of armed robbery. He was not required to enter a plea. The matter was adjourned to October 10, 2016 for a preliminary inquiry. He was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Stay with us, there's more news right after this.